Hey, what's up YouTube? This is DEFCON 3 Security coming at you from somewhere here on Spaceship Earth. As you can see, I'm in my space suit. This isn't my company uniform. I'm actually hiding it pretty well. I really don't want you guys to know who I work for, but just know that this isn't my everyday attire, okay? So I'm on my break here. Man, I was hesitant to make a video today. Or yesterday or the day before. I guess I should make a video every day or every other day, but for one, you know, you kind of run out of content and you just don't want to put things out there. Two, sometimes I just get caught in my own thing and I just don't either have time or the drive to do it. Is there a 3? I don't know. Sometimes I'm just lazy. But I did want to put out a video today. It's been a while. I think it's been more than a week. So I'll talk about a few things today. The main thing I want to talk about today is how I became regional manager for my company and how you too can become a regional manager. But before that, I thought I would talk about a couple off topics really quick. So Christian Melkvik, dude, I don't know how to say your last name. It's Melkvik. So Melkvik. Christian Melkvik. They don't make coffee cups with your name on it, that's for sure. He says he wants to make his own YouTube channel, but what hasn't already been done yet or talked about yet? And I jokingly said I haven't seen a security guard channel where security guards talk about recycling plastic bottles. But the reality is, man, what hasn't been done yet? Really, everything has been talked about, but it could be talked about better, right? So when you go on YouTube, man, and you look up, I don't know, a review on the latest Samsung Galaxy phone, you're not necessarily going to just stop at that one review, right? You're going to go and look at 2 or 3 more reviews until you find somebody who presented it well or who answered your question. So even though things have been talked about, it never hurts to check out another channel and see their take on it. So I encourage you, man, to make a video. And I'll tell you what, for anybody out there that makes their own YouTube channel, just let me know and I will subscribe to your channel. And if I have the time, I might even watch it and respond to it. There's quite a few out there that I respond to and I watch their videos. Man, I even watch truck driving videos. I'm not a truck driver. I have no passion to become a truck driver, but there's a guy out there chasing Mr. Hamilton. Man, I watch every one of his videos, have responded to them, and now we're friends. I look forward to hanging out with him one day. He was in my town just yesterday, and today he was like an hour away. Man, we should have met up. We almost did, but I had to work. But yeah, Christian, I encourage you to go out there and make your own YouTube channel. I'll definitely point people in the direction of your channel if you do it. There's Torres, there's Commander Hall, there's Life of Trevon. Man, I watch all you guys' video. Some of it pretty much talks about the same stuff I talk about, but I'm always curious to see like your take on it. Just because I say something doesn't mean it's true or it's the right way. Sometimes I just say things just to say them. But either way, what else? So I've been dieting. I got my cholesterol results back, and I think my cholesterol is like at 224. The highest it should be is like a 200. So that scared me a little bit. And then I had some like elevated liver enzymes. So my enzymes are a little bit high. There's something called the ALT, A-L-T. They were a little bit on the high side, which means my liver was sort of inflamed, probably from the bad diet. So I just took it upon myself to change it up. I've cut out a lot of junk foods and have started implementing healthier foods. So I'm like, I find myself eating a lot of salmon. I top it with like olive oil, garlic, basil, then I put it on a grill, and I've been really enjoying like grilling stuff a lot lately. I've been eating vegetables, of course, like 3 or 4 pieces of fruit. I snack on these every day. These are sugar-free tangerines, and you know, it would be healthier probably to eat an actual tangerine, but as far as like having a sweet tooth and getting that out of my system, I'll eat one of these. Again, I looked this up online, and they have like 6 different fruit in a cup reviews, and this one got the best review. It's no sugar, no added sugar other than the sugar that comes with the product itself. But yeah, so that's your Dole fruit. So these are $2.18 for 4, roughly 50 cents a piece, and they're a healthy alternative to eating something like a candy bar. Yeah, I've been walking. Right now I am walking 7,000 steps a day. On my phone, I just use the pre-built app that monitors how far you walk, and I've been walking 7,000 steps a day. Next week I'll do 8,000 steps a day, and then eventually I want to work up to like 10,000 steps a day, and keep it consistent 10,000 steps. Ultimately, I like to do 12,500 steps a day, because that's considered like, you know, you've got like, if you were to fill out a chart and it asks you, are you low to moderate to high exercise person? Well, the moderate would be 10,000 steps a day. 12,500 plus steps a day would put you at like a high exercising person. And yeah, so I've lost in the last 12 days roughly 7 pounds. Realistically, I want to lose 25 pounds of fat and then regain it as muscle, you know, work out more. So yeah, I'm finally happy to break that habit of just eating a lot of junk food. Again, I know as guards it's really easy to eat junk food, and junk food's not just candy, obviously, and cupcakes. It's like, you know, red meat, burgers, things with cheese on it, trans fat oils, French fries. So again, I've been eating pretty clean. My stomach's still getting used to it. Kind of having a weird like stomach sensation for the last 2 days. Just maybe it's all the garlic I've been eating. It's not like my stomach hurts, but just feels weird, you know, off balance, because again I'm adjusting to it. What else? Somebody wrote us a question. Do you need a car to be a security guard? Realistically, no, you don't need a car. Most of us don't do patrols, and if you do patrols, you're gonna probably be using a company's car anyways. So just to answer your question quickly, nah, you don't need a vehicle, but you probably want a vehicle so that you can get to your site on time and fast and be flexible. So hope that answered your question. All right, let's finally get to the topic here. My question was, how did I become a regional manager? Well, it wasn't actually my question. I've had people asking me this question, along with people within my company asking me, how did you become regional manager so quickly? Or how did you become a manager? Well, the reality is it wasn't all that hard, but it was. So the number one thing you want to do to work yourself up that skill as a guard is to just show up. I couldn't tell you how many guys just don't show up. They call out, they call in sick, you name it. So the most important thing is just show up. Once you do that often enough, you will start to get noticed. They'll say, well, let's put so-and-so on the site. They're pretty good with their attendance. And trust me, people will start noticing. That's the best way to get noticed. But that doesn't mean you are a candidate for a leadership position. It just means that you are dependable. So that's one of the things you need to do to be leadership, is be dependable. Be on time too, man. I can't tell you how many guards I have that are just constantly late, whether it be 10, 15, 20 minutes late. It's constant, and you almost have to wonder if they're doing it on purpose or they don't care. I mean, if you're 10 minutes late every single day for months, you got to ask this person, like, bro, have you ever thought about leaving 10 minutes early so that that doesn't happen? So being on time and not calling out. So now you're branded as this dependable guard, like you show up on time. The next thing is to take initiative. And this is not in any particular order, nor have I even written down any notes. I'm just pulling this out of my head. I should have wrote some notes. But yeah, take initiative, man. If your company is like, hey, we have an open spot on Friday at this one site. Anybody want to take it? Just do it, man. Take it. Be that person. Take initiative in the sense that if your guards show up, you guys are, let's say you got a new site, you're going to be at a festival, and people are just kind of standing around. Take the initiative. Be like, all right, guys, well, look, let's start getting this together. Maybe have you stand over there. You know, that's what I do. I'll be a guard on the site for like the first time with the other guys, and I just get impatient having to stand there waiting for somebody to tell us what to do. I'll just jump in there and be like, you know what, guys, we've been standing around for like too long. Let's start fanning out. So I take initiative like that a lot. I don't know if it's inherited in me, like leadership skills, or am I just impatient and I'm like, dude, come on, let's go, let's do this. But either way, I do like to take initiative. Don't be afraid to call up your corporate office occasionally, just to tell them how you're doing or ask them what's up. I've done that a lot too. I got a strong relationship with people on corporate side, and I have their phone numbers in my phone, and I do make sure to call them up and say, hey, just wondering on, what's going on that site. I heard there was some robbery. Just fill me in. You do that enough, people will again notice you. You don't want people to just notice you on a local level. You want them to notice you on the corporate level. And like I said, really the only way to do that is to call them up. Nothing wrong with calling them up. Imagine you're the boss of a company, right? And one of the employees says, one of your secretaries say, hey, one of the employees wants to talk to you. And you basically, I'm sorry, 1 second.
Back there in the corner, I sent it to John Santos. The one back door doesn't close all the way.
All right.
Someone's fucked up the hinge.
All right, I'll take care of it. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I had duty calls, right? So where was I? So imagine you own this company, right? And your secretary says, hey, one of the guys wants to talk to you. And you're like, okay, right? So far it's awkward, right? So now this guard says, hey, man, you've never met me. My name is DEFCON 3. Tell him your real name. And be like, I just want to tell you, man, I appreciate working with your company, and I know there's a lot of room for growth, and I could see us being like up there with G4S and Alliance and Garda, one of the big companies. And if there's anything I could ever do to help us get there, just let me know. Otherwise, you can count on me. You get it, right? Just tell the boss that and be like, so cool, man, is it okay if I touch base with you a month and a half from now and just let you know where I am? And they might just be happy to hear that, like, yeah, dude, cool, what's your name again? And you're like, my name's DEFCON 3. And they'll be like, cool, man. One day they're gonna have a meeting, no doubt. And in this meeting, they're gonna say, hey, we need somebody at this site. And I guarantee you your name's gonna pop up. If you did that to the boss and the HR department, and you just, you constantly call people and check in, eventually your name will pop up, and they'll say, what about that DEFCON 3 guy? He always seems to call, and he seems eager, and he seems passionate about the company. They're gonna remember you. Put it that way. If anything, it's worth a try. So again, be punctual. Make sure that corporate knows who you are. Make sure on the local level people know that you are. Take initiative. Tell guards what to do. But the most important thing to gaining like status in the company is just be there for other guards. You know, I couldn't tell you how many times, and you don't have to do this, but I've done it. You know, I've loaned guards money. They'll be like, hey man, can I borrow 20 bucks? And I'm like, oh yeah, for sure, man. Or I'll ask them like, hey man, what's for lunch? And they'll be like, oh dude, I barely packed anything. And I'm like, here, take it. You know, I just give them something that I have. Or sometimes I'll get off my shift and, you know, another guard comes to relieve me. And I do this a lot. I'm like, hey man, what's for lunch? And they'll say, you know, what they have for lunch. And I'll be like, no fruits? And they're like, no. And I'm like, here, take my fruits. I'm already leaving anyways. You know, people like respect this, and, you know, your name comes up. Eventually they'll say, hey, how do you like working with DEF CON? And they'll be like, no, he's really cool, man. He's super friendly. He's always giving me lunch. Or, you know, people talk all the time amongst each other. They talk about drama, and your name will come up. We do this all the time in companies, right? No matter who you work for, you're like, hey, what about that one dude? What about, you know, John, or, you know, whatever. And they're like, oh, that dude's I hate him, dude. I can't stand him. And then somebody will be like, yeah, what about DEF CON, man? What do you think about him? Oh, dude, he's so awesome. You know, then your name starts going around the circuit, and people start, you know, connecting the dots and say, man, this guy's just awesome. Well, there you go, guys. That's how I work myself up in companies. It's worked a lot. I used to be a school teacher at one point and worked myself up to an administrator within a year. I worked in security, became a supervisor in a couple months. I got another security job, worked myself to regional manager in a year. Went to college, became president of the college just by being an advocate for students and talking to students. And, you know, I don't know if this method would work for everybody, but it certainly has for me. And that's really the only advice I can give you on how to work yourself up in a company. The other thing is to ask for more money. I know that sounds weird, but if you don't show them that you know your value, then they won't know your value. Sometimes you have to remind them and tell them your value. You know, I know I have value. I get people hitting me up all the time offering me jobs in the security industry, or they see this channel and they message me and say, hey man, come to my company, I'll pay you, you know, $3 an hour more than what your company's paying you. I do get these messages, but I like the security of my company. Security in the sense that I have job security. I know that my company works with me. I'm, you know, pleasantly surprised that they trust me with projects, and I'm sure they are happy that I've negotiated obstacles and in this company and been able to adapt and adjust. So I feel like I can grow in this company, and that's why I stick around. Again, it's not always about the money you make in a company. It's you know, your long-term future in the company. Sure, you can make a quick buck at some shady company, work under the counter tax-free, but how long is that going to last, right? You know, I've seen companies paying $50 an hour, and then like 3 weeks later the gig is over. So it's really important that you make sure you're happy with your company. It's not all about the money, although sometimes the money is a motivating factor, I won't lie. But there you go, guys. It's almost 20 minutes long. I know a lot of you guys have told me before, hey man, you should make some longer videos. Dude, I can talk forever, trust me. Tonight I'm a little tired. I haven't had coffee yet today because I've been holding off as much as I can. So I'm gonna have some coffee really quick and then just push through the night. It's almost 8 o'clock. My break is over. I'll be here till midnight. All right, guys, look, as always. Oh, one more thing. Okay, let me set it up. So I think I'm at like 1,960 subscribers, right? One day I'll look back and that won't seem like a lot, but it is a lot to me. Even having like 3 people subscribe honestly is a lot. Just to know that 3 people in this world listen to me talk, right? That's just crazy. But either way, I'm getting close to 2,000 subscribers. When I get 2,000 subscribers, I'll have a little contest. I'm not gonna make it lame. I'm not crazy about contests, but somehow I want to give back to you guys. And I've come out with t-shirts, DEFCON 3 t-shirts. You're gonna like them. I actually have them professionally designed. I chose between like 10 different designs from designers around the world, and I came up with the one that I like. So the design is done. I just got to get them onto t-shirts, and then we're gonna have some little contest. Maybe in the next video I'll announce the contest. By that time I should be close to 2,000 subscribers, or actually at 2,000 subscribers, and then the winners will get DEFCON 3 t-shirts. Just let me know what size you want, and maybe what color. I think I'm just gonna have it in black and white for now, but look out for that. I mean, it's a pretty cool logo. I've had so many people look at all the logos that I got, and everybody wanted this one particular logo. So I guess we're gonna go with that logo. But there you go. So look out for that. Hey guys, listen, as always, I always tell you, know your worth, know your value, right? You are valuable. Trust me. You're worth more than you think. The human body, I think, only has like $3 and something worth of iron and metals, and we're only worth like $3 worth of substance, but what we have in here is worth an infinite amount. Value your time. We are limited in time. Time goes so fast. It's like the older you get, the quicker it goes. It's all about making memories. That's what life's all about. Don't make stupid memories. Don't have bad memories. Don't get caught up working all the time, and but most of all, right, be safe.